And welcome
to another Justice video.
So we are getting dangerously close to the release date of WandaVision.
Oh yeah.
And they kind of caught me by surprise here. They released another little, it looks like a teaser trailer or a clip. It's only a minute long, so I'm not sure what it's gonna be.
Yeah, it doesn't even use the words like sneak peek or trailer or clip or anything in the title. It just says Marvel Studios WandaVision, reality, Disney Plus. That's it.
Yeah, but like we mentioned in the last video, I like the secretness. It's making it very fun.
Definitely.
Yeah, they're keeping us in the dark. All right, well, I'm pretty excited about this. Let's just jump right into it then.
Wanda and Vision.
We are an unusual couple, you know. We don't have an anniversary.
Huh.
Or a song. Or even wedding rings.
Well, we could rather do that. And they lived happily ever after.
Westview is our home now. I want us to fit in.
We shall. Wanda, have you gotten bigger?
Life moves pretty fast out in the suburbs.
Hiya, kids! Auntie Agnes is here, and I've got a couple of tricks up my sleeve. Let's just take it from the top.
What?
Who are you?
I don't know.
I think something's wrong here.
Oh.
We just don't know what to expect.
What the heck?
I feel like there was so much in so little time.
I know, it was only 1 minute.
Okay, so I want to talk about this for a second. So in the last trailer, we got kind of confused because they were saying things like, "Are you here to help us?"
Yeah.
And then later on in the trailer, they're like, "We need to protect our home." Like they like living there. And so the way this trailer starts off, they like sit comfortably down on the couch and they're like, "Hey, we don't have a song. We don't have a wedding ring." It almost feels like they're like sitting comfortably in this dream world and they're like, "Well, now that we're here, we can finally be regular people and a regular couple." And they're like trying to check off the things that they don't have because they've been so distracted being superheroes.
This is their different reality to try and be normal.
Yeah, maybe it starts off with them almost afraid to question what's going on because they're so thrilled to finally be with each other again. And then maybe later on they kind of realize
there's something
we can't
crazier
stay
here
here
going on. Yeah.
But the thing is, they're developing an entire TV show based off of this WandaVision thing. So
Yeah, like-
they're
like the
probably not
plot-
going to be escaping this reality the first season, you know?
It seems like they are, like, we keep bringing up, like, are they in a TV show? But it seems like legit, like, they are for sure in a TV show now. Because they're like, all right, hold on, cut, let's take it from the top. When she said that, I was like,
that was
what
a
the?
weird part.
Whoa.
See, what this kind of reminds me of, and I know not all of you will have seen this, but there is an episode of Supernatural
I knew
a
you
long
were gonna
time
say
ago.
that.
Yeah, right? And the trickster, oddly enough, Loki in that series, he put the main characters, Sam and Dean, into a TV world, and they basically had to play ball for a little bit. Like, they had to act in the show to eventually get out. So I'm almost wondering if maybe there's gonna be some of those tones here, where they kind of have to play ball and act into it for a little bit to fight what's going on. Because I think someone might be taking advantage of Wanda's powers. I think they might be almost funneling this world from her reality shaping abilities.
Interesting. Okay. So it's like they're not just trapping her there, but they're using her to create the trap.
Yeah. And you know another interesting thing to talk about, she's walking towards like a blue stone that's glowing. What's interesting about this scene is if you go back to your memory, go back to when we first saw Wanda in the movies, she got her powers from the staff that Loki had, Loki's staff. And the staff contained the Mind Stone. And while it was in that casing, it was blue. And then it wasn't until I think Ultron took the stone out that we realized it was the yellow Mind Stone inside of this blue casing. So what I'm saying is it's interesting that they're showing us like her walking towards it and it like exploding into the yellow Mind Stone. If you hit play right there, you can see it explodes for just a second and you see the yellow Mind Stone.
Oh my god, you're right.
You see that?
It explodes into the yellow.
So I'm wondering if they're gonna give us like flashbacks to how she got her powers, or how I think her powers were awoken. Because I don't think that the stone's radiation is fully what gave her abilities. I think it
brought it out.
Yeah, it brought it out in her. Because I truly believe that her and her brother were two of the first mutants in the MCU. It was just before they had the rights, so they couldn't call them that, you know? Yeah. But yeah, so because we never got to really see how that all went down, you know? So I hope that we get to see that moment of when maybe the stone like explodes with radiation the way it does in Captain Marvel.
You know how Thanos like destroyed the stones?
Mm-hmm.
What if this is somehow involved in bringing them back?
Yeah, dude, that's actually something interesting to talk about.
Because even though they're destroyed, they are actually destroyed.
Because they can't be.
What the
have to
explanation
exist.
I heard is that basically they're atomized and spread throughout the universe.
Exactly. Their atoms still exist.
They're just not
the
in one
energy
spot.
of the
They're
atom
everywhere.
or the energy of the stones are still there.
You just
present
can't
in the universe.
hold a stone and harness it.
So, okay, you know, this actually brings up something that I've been thinking of in the back of my head is Vision, right? His consciousness and where that comes from. He's not completely Jarvis, right?
Yeah.
Jarvis was artificial intelligence that Tony Stark created that was almost completely human-like, but it wasn't quite there.
It was still an AI. It wasn't.
Yeah,
it was still just a computer.
When it combined with the Mind Stone is when Vision's consciousness was created. Because you know how they say the stones are almost alive?
If he is the Mind Stone, basically?
What if he is the Mind Stone, dude?
That's a trip.
All Jarvis really did was give him a personality, an identity almost. And so what if
he gave him the
it
face?
Isn't that strange that Vision is coming back? What if his consciousness is still floating out there in the universe?
Trying to bring itself back
I mean,
together.
I feel like we almost got that confirmed by them telling us that the stones can't be destroyed, but they've been reduced to atoms, and his consciousness is directly connected to the stone. So if the stone is still out there, Vision has to still be out there somehow.
Yeah.
I have no idea how they're going to tie it all in together of him being there with Wanda and their existence inside this world, but I think him being there has to do with something that the stones can't be completely destroyed. He might be immortal.
Yeah, that's a trip. In this trailer, there's some scenes where he's human version of himself, not, robot version, if you know.
Oh yeah, there's a whole bunch of different versions of all of them in this. And so I think maybe it starts off in the black and white and he's like in his regular robot form, and like there's that scene, they're like, okay, I have you back. Honestly, I'm afraid to even fight this. Let's just play ball because we have each other. They're like, okay, we need a ring, we need a favorite song, and they he loses the robot form eventually. They're just trying to play ball more and more so they don't lose this world.
You know how I feel like all the trailers start with the line, well, we are an unusual couple.
Yeah.
What if the line before that
one
is like him being like, don't you think this is unusual? And she's like, well, we are an unusual couple, so I mean,
yeah. She's like, let's not fight it.
Yeah.
Let's just go along with
accept
this.
the fact that shit's weird, yo.
I do have to say, if that is the case, though, that is very sad that they would have to exist in this fake reality just to be with each other. I mean, it's romantic as hell, but it's sad.
Yeah.
I think the last thing I want to talk about here is that everyone in this reality at some point or another seems to break character. Like you mentioned earlier, right? But even Wanda and Vision themselves, like you see Vision, even when he's in his human form, he like speeds over to that melon or that fruit or whatever that dropped and he caught it. And then we see her kind of like use her powers to like pick things up and move them around.
Yeah.
And then like you said, they're like in scene, like let's redo it. They like went and redid the scene. Take it from the top. That is to me what really reinforces, because originally I thought that everyone was gonna be oblivious to what's going on and Wanda's consciousness was gonna be breaking through going, oh, this isn't normal, this isn't reality. I'm kind of thinking now that everyone is awake in this reality and they're almost afraid to break character.
There's actually one thing I want to look at real quick. I was gonna see what the necklace that one girl who was like, who didn't know who she was, but it looks like a cross in a fish. But it looks like an upside down cross though. So is it something to do with Mephisto?
Let me check that out. Right before that scene is actually very interesting too.
Oh yeah, the wall's breaking down.
Mm-hmm. And it's the
She's breaking
nursery.
the walls down. Yeah. Is she building the nursery?
She's putting them back together. Maybe she's desperately trying to hold this reality together.
Yeah, like it's falling apart around them, but she's like...
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what if that's part of like her psionic breakdown? Is that she's just like trying to keep she's almost going along with the villain. Like, you guys, just please stay in character. Just do this for me. Just do what you're supposed to do. And I can live here and me and Vision can be happy, you know? But anyway, let me look at that upside down cross. Yeah,
like,
dude, that looks pretty demonic.
So I'm thinking, you know, everyone keeps talking about like Mephisto and like all kinds of the shows going on. So
and she looks down at it like she's very frightened.
Yeah, like she's super confused, and like this is a moment that causes her to break character.
Yeah. And like everything starts glitching after that.
Yeah.
Super interesting.
I know it's not quite along the same lines, but I wonder if like TVA, like in Loki, is gonna be involved in some way. I don't know. That's just something that...
Well, I definitely think that all the shows will be connected at one point or another.
Yeah.
Because, see, I think they wanted to kick off the next phase of the MCU with Black Widow, but because of COVID and them wanting to do a theater release, they're kind of having to change things up. Yeah. So I think... I don't even think, it's probably confirmed, but I think WandaVision is going to be kind of the first domino that starts knocking everything down. Like we've discussed before. It's going to be connected to Doctor Strange. It's going to be connected to Spider-Man 3. So I can only imagine that this first season, it's almost going to be like a huge teaser to all the movies and things that are going to be coming out the next year or two.
Yeah.
Well, I'm excited that they released that little clip because, like I said, I wasn't expecting it, and they packed a lot of fun things into such a little trailer. Yeah, into 60 seconds. So yeah, let us know down in the comments any crazy theories that are rattling around in your head. There's a lot packed into this trailer. I'm sure there's going to be tons of things that we notice after this conversation. And yeah, let us know in the comments how you think all of these things are going to be connected. Loki, Doctor Strange, WandaVision, Spider-Man 3. How do you guys think they're going to connect all of these things? Who's going to be the main villains? What's going to happen?
Yeah, who's going to be the next Thanos?
Yeah, who's going to be the next Thanos? That's a great question.
And on that note, check us out on Facebook and Instagram at JustisBand and on Twitter at JustisWeStand.
I hope everyone out there has an excellent week, and until next time,
catch you on the flip.
Yee.